I think for me to see obviously a younger player like that just come in and settle, it's a good sign. It's always, when players normally come to a team, especially the younger ones, it takes them a bit of a while before they settle. I think with him, like, I watched him and I was like, okay, no, we're fine, we're good to go.
What did you like?
Just the fact that when he stepped on the field, there was no one had to motivate to encourage him. Okay, no, don't worry, he's gonna settle in. He stepped on the field and it's like he's always been there. So that for me is a good sign, and that gives me confidence that it's not gonna take him a long time to just come and do his business.
Also, there are some of his mates from under 20, under 23, and some maybe other players he would have played with previously. Do you think that also played a part in him just coming in and settling early?
Yeah, I mean, that could be obviously a good part that played a big role in him settling so well, and I think also it speaks to him as a player, his confidence and just him backing himself, especially coming to a team like Chiefs. There's expectations, there's all eyes on you. So I think for me that's a good sign for me as obviously as one of his teammates to know that he backs himself and that he knows what he's capable of doing.
Obviously he's not the only one that's a new player. Ronaldo, Adolf, Thabo as well at the back. Just what is your message to those players? Because transitioning from the teams, with all due respect, you know that very well, to wear the Stelies jersey and the Chiefs jersey can be chalk and cheese, given the expectations, the fans and all of that. What would you say to them, and what have you seen that makes you believe that they can raise the level at Chiefs?
I think for me a good sign is like the way they settled in very quickly. I think for me the most important thing for them is to focus on their focus, and not let all the hype and all the noise around them obviously cloud their judgment and all of that. I think it's for them to back themselves, because they're there for a reason. They've performed very well at the clubs they were at, and that's the reason why they were signed at Chiefs. So for me, it's just for them to just go out and believe in themselves and know that they are capable of performing to the best of their abilities.
We're going to see Rushman anytime soon. It's been a while.
I'll ask the doctor now if he's cleared. I mean, he's been training with us, and it's been great to have him back, to see him back. In terms of how far he is, I'm not 100% sure, but he's been giving us that that left foot drives and all of that at training, so that's a good sign for me. And it's been amazing having him back at training. So hopefully soon the supporters get to see him.
He's a team. I mean, I remember recently when you were playing against Scotland, and there's a time where the coach brought in Given, and that's when they were pumping in the aerial balls, and could see the importance of him, and also very well the importance of the aerial or the height in the CAF Confed Cup as well. How big of a loss is to lose someone like him?
I think as a footballer, it's never nice to lose a teammate, to see players go. But it's the nature of football for me. And yes, he was an important figure, and a good leader. So obviously his presence was felt there at the back. But I think the guys that we have are obviously more than capable of doing the job. And I think that's the nice thing. If you look at last season, how often at the back we changed, and players coming in, going out, whoever stepped in, they were able to obviously deal with what was thrown at them. So I think it's important for us to back each other, to make sure that we know that we are able, to don't want to say there's a void that was left, but that we are able to deal with whatever is coming to our way, in terms of, like you said, in the CAF competition, at aerial balls and all of that. And I think the players that we have are more than capable of dealing with that.
You are playing Arrows in this first game, and the MTN8 is that trophy where you just play 4 matches and champions. I guess in the back of your mind, with the hunger that is there, especially for your supporters, not just yourselves, you're also looking at, is this a trophy that you should try and deal with it early?
Yeah, for sure. I think to be back in the MTN8, I think that's motivation on its own, because we know how it felt to not be part of it. And I think that alone, sets the tone for us. That shows us that, look here, it's there now, it's within reach for us. Like you said, it's 4 games. We're there, and I think the most important one is the weekend. That first hurdle, that first step, and that's golden arrows on the weekend. I think for us it's important to hit the ground running, to make sure that we set the tone for the season. I mean, this trophy, you win this trophy, it sets the tone for the season. So I think that's the thinking for us now. That's the goal, to try and go all the way in this obviously tournament, and make sure that we set a nice foundation for us to go carry us the rest of the season.
And lastly, lastly, just on the tempo, I was looking at the tempo that Chiefs is playing it now, and
Do you like it?
no, it's not about me. When I like it. It's
I'm
not
asking
about
you if you liked it.
No. It was just interesting because I can see, and I see a player like Vilakazi is also enjoying it, and she's playing it, and I think finished the last 2 matches, or is more game time starting. Can you just tell us more about those interesting changes in your philosophy?
I think, like you could see, is Coach Fernando, he wants the ball all the time. But it's not just want the ball to just have the ball all the time, be effective, and like you said, the tempo. There's a certain tempo he wants to play at. It's not just because nowadays you play against teams, or teams play against Chiefs, they sit back, they wait for us to make a mistake, and they want to eat us on the counter, and I think teams that play like that in the low block and in the mid block, it's important to keep the ball moving, to make them run and open up those spaces. So I think those are things that he emphasizes on, and it's something that the players are adapting to very well, as you could see the first league game. So I think for us it's just to make sure that we sharpen it, and make sure that's something we can carry out throughout the season and make that one of our weapons.
Thanks, Bisa.
Yes, 5 minutes.
Last question.